This is 6.3, and if this isn't exactly number 4, this is one very similar to it. So I suggest make sure you can do it on your own before you just typed in the answer. But it says to solve the system using the Gaussian elimination method. So remember, you just write down the coefficients, make sure they're in the right order, x, y, and then your constant. Okay, so you can see that I've got that right here. Now remember, on the Gaussian elimination, we need this to be a 1. And you can switch these around. If you want to put this on top, it doesn't matter. But whatever this is, I'm going to divide everything by it. And yes, I'm going to get fractions, which are gross. But that's the way it is. So here I'm going to get a 1. I'm going to get a positive 3/10 and a positive 7/10. Okay, and I am kind of lazy to do this part. Now I need this to be a 0. So what I'm going to mentally do this. I'm going to multiply this by negative 4. So that when I add this, I get 0. So look at this. I get negative 4 plus 4 gives me 0. Then I'm going to take negative 4 times 3/10. And again, if you hate fractions, do this in your calculator. It's no biggie deal. But you get negative 12/10. And then I'm going to add 1. Okay, so if you do that and use your calculator, whatever, you get negative 1/5. Okay, then I'm going to go negative 4 times 7/10, which gives me what? Negative 28/10. Add the 3. Use your calculator. You know, technically if I was using my brain, I would reduce this and then add 3, whatever. But you get a positive 1/5. Okay, so it's looking good so far. Now I need this to be a 1. It was originally, but when I messed and made this a 0, it messed him up. So just multiply by the reciprocal of this, which would be a negative 5/1, which is negative 5, whatever. So I'm going to multiply both of these. Actually, you could even multiply this by negative 5, but it's still going to give you 0. So I'm going to multiply this by negative 5. So look what I've got here. I'm going to leave this the same. There's my top line. My bottom line still gives me 0. A negative and a negative is a positive. I get a positive 1. And again, use your calculator here. And I'm going to get a negative 1. So here is my Gaussian elimination where I have my 1s on the diagonal and this side is all 0s. So I don't have any x's here, but I have a 1y equals a negative 1. So that's my y value right there. Now I'm going to go up here to find my x. I've got a 1x plus 3/10 y. So this is plus 3/10 y, and my y is a negative 1 equals 7/10. So that gives me negative 1 times 3/10 is a negative 3/10. If you add 3/10 to this side, you know, use your calculator again, but you see you get 10/10 or you get 1. So my ordered pair is 1, negative 1. And there you go.